video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 false beliefs about reality that once you changes everything. These 3 beliefs are shaping your life and you may not even know it. I'm going to show you exactly how to change them. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you those 3 false beliefs that are shaping your life that you may not even be aware of. And I'm going to show you exactly how to change them. Now, you may have heard me say many times before that our beliefs create our reality. That what we believe to be true is always reflected back to us. And when you think of it like this. Normally we think, oh, it's our thoughts create our reality. And in a way that is true, but our beliefs are a filter for our thoughts. So around you right now, there may be evidence of many different things in your life, but that which you perceive of will be what you think and see through the filter of your mind. There may be someone around you that would be equipped to be in a relationship with you. But if you believe that you're not worthy of being in a relationship, then when you look through the filter of your beliefs, you won't even see that opportunity. You will you'll feel a lack in your own sense of confidence for it. You will feel like things they do is negating that there's even a possibility of it. And when you start to see that your beliefs are what is determining the effects that you get in life, the experiences you have, you can then start to go within and inner engineer yourself to change those beliefs, to let go of those outdated things, to remove the filters in your mind that are keeping in and letting out certain things in your life that you maybe don't prefer, and you could then start to change it. Now, many times we will get clear as to what our beliefs are. We may say, oh, I have a certain belief about a relationship. How can I change my beliefs about relationships? You may say, yo, I want to change my beliefs about money. I don't think I'm worthy of money. And you may then go about looking at where your beliefs come from, how your beliefs got there, and how to change them. Now, here's the thing. Many people overlook this. Your beliefs about reality are what really affect your life in general. This goes beyond that of just specific little things. Maybe beyond that of just relationships, money, health, all the different things. It's your beliefs about life in general. Now, just recently, I got back from Costa Rica. When I went to Costa Rica, I went with 4 other YouTubers. So we had 5 YouTubers at this life transformation spa. And while I was there with a good friend of mine, Leor Alexandra, who many of you probably know. And she was going through some experiences in this life transformation spa. She was going within her own consciousness. She was experiencing things about herself. And one of the things that happened is her beliefs about reality got shaken up. It was a little bit scary for her because she went through these experiences where she realized that life isn't what she thought it was. There was transformational breath work, there was different modalities for going into deeper levels of consciousness, and she realized that reality is different than she thought. She had this sensational feeling that life is a form of dream. That life, what she thought of as real, is not as real as she thought. And in that awareness, there was this pulling apart of the old structure. And one of the things I explained to her, because when she was going through these realizations, it was a little bit scary for her. Because when your beliefs about reality get shaken up, it's like, what is going on? But this was one of the most powerful experiences I think she's ever had. Because she may not even know it yet, but her life over the next 4, 6 months, year is going to change, because as she's changed her beliefs about it, her life is going to become more flexible. So, for example, when you look at this, think of it like this. If you believe that things in your life are solid, then your life will be hard for things to change, because everything is the way that it is. And the first belief, the first false belief that you may have about reality, that once you changes everything, is that things are solid, that things are the way they are, that things are fixed in life. And when you become aware of what beliefs you have that are keeping it fixed, you start to powerfully change your life. So for example, you may look out into your life and say, relationships are always like this. This is how things are in life. And you may think that is reality. But understand that things in life are not fixed. That is a choice, maybe a reference experience that happened when we were young, but it's a choice that at a certain point we made. That relationships don't come easily. We always attract this type of person. Something happened in the past. We assume that this is the way reality is. Therefore, that's what became truth in life. The truth is, all truths are true. Whatever we believe to be true is going to be what is reflected back to us. But when we see it as a choice, we see that it's not solid, it's a choice. There's an infinite number of ways of looking about it. You could pick something that you believe to be true, look at the opposite of it, and find evidence for it. And by finding evidence for it, you start to dismantle that old belief. Now remember this quote. This is a quote that I recently have been saying a lot, and it's one that I really believe. The more you realize that your life is a form of dream, the more dream-like your life will become. Let me say it one more time. The more you realize that your life is a dream, the more dream-like your life will become. That's when you begin to dismantle the old beliefs about the way reality is. Life will become less solid, less fixed, and you'll see that if you change your beliefs about reality, your reality begins to change. Because reality is simply a reflection of the inside. And when you become aware of that, you loosen up that filter in the mind, you give more possibilities and opportunities for things to come into your life because you've changed at your core. And understanding that life is a dream is about understanding who you are. Right now there's an awakening happening on the planet. More and more people are becoming aware of this. That they come, and you come, from higher dimensional states of consciousness. You have projected yourself into this reality. You may have forgotten this, but if you're hearing this right now, then it is part of something that may resonate with you. You cannot perceive of that which you are not the vibration of. So if you perceive of this, then this is something that maybe will resonate with you at a deep level. But understand that when you go to bed at night, you are awake at these higher states of consciousness. You simply don't remember it, because if you did remember it, you might be and remember those higher states where you're in unconditional love and bliss. You wake up here and like, what the hell am I doing here? Why do I have to experience all this? And you may want to escape. But what we do is we have this veil of forgetfulness. You forget who you are. You then think that this is who I am. Me experiencing reality through the five senses, these vibrational interpreters of reality, this is who I am. In actuality, you are so much more. And in life, one of the purposes of life is to remember this, because when you remember this, you start to gain your power back, and you start to, in a way, increase your awareness. Not even in a way, you just do it. That's part of what it is. So, the first belief, false belief about reality that is keeping your life in limitation, is believing that life itself is fixed. Nothing is fixed. Ask yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true to be having this kind of experience? But look at your beliefs about life. Is it hard to manifest? Manifestation in general, not like, is it hard to manifest a relationship? Bring it out a little bit more. What do you believe about manifestation? When people learn about the law of attraction, it's very empowering, because then they see the power of the correlation between what they think, feel, and experience. If you want to change your life, become aware of what beliefs you have about life in general. I used to believe things happened with a lot of effort in general, not just with that of money or going to the gym, but relationships, everything else in my life. I just kind of thought that things were hard, because for me to become successful, there was a lot of effort put into it. But now I'm realizing things are much easier when I align with it first. Change your beliefs about reality in general, and your reality will then begin to change. That's where things happen in a very powerful way. Now, the second false belief about reality that may be currently shaping your life, let me see how I worded it, is understanding that the outside, trying to change the outside, is going about it backwards. Most people, even with the law of attraction, even with whatever they're trying to manifest in their life, they're trying to change the outside. They're saying that when I get over there, I can then be happy. I can then feel 100% whole and complete, and everything will be good. But reality works differently. Reality is simply a reflection of what we believe to be true. So, changing the outside and thinking that we must change the outside to change our life is a false belief. And when we go about changing the outside, we externalize our own power. I remember recently someone came up to me and was asking me about all these things they have happen in their life. They're having issues with this person, issues with this person, issues with this person, and they kept talking, and everything they were saying was more in victim mode. This person's doing this to me, and then this person said this about me, and this person did this to me. And after about 2 minutes or about 5 minutes of talking about that to me, I said, wait, listen, here's the thing. You think that all of these individual things are happening to you. You think that the problem is with everything else. But in actuality, the key is going within yourself and seeing why this is happening. Seeing why this disconnect is there. What rules do you have in your mind about how people are supposed to be that they aren't living up to that are reaffirming this to you? Because it's not them that is the problem, it is the way you relate to them that is creating that problem. So anytime you find that things in your life aren't the way you want them to be, instead of trying to change them on the outside, change the way that you relate to them. And one of the best ways to do this, one of the ways I've learned over the last couple weeks, I've known this before, but I always go through little layers of it, is that of letting go. Letting go of the outcome. Letting go of what is happening. Letting go of expectation. Letting go of the rules in your mind that say things have to happen a certain way for me to be happy. Let go of those rules, and you will give yourself permission to be happy right now in the present moment. And then by doing that, you increase your state of being and you perceive of more things in your life that are conducive to how you prefer to experience life. Let go of those rules. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the attachment to ideologies. Let go of the beliefs that no longer serve you. Just let go. When you let go, you raise your vibration. When you let go, you increase your state of being. And when you let go, things will start to work in your life in a very powerful way. This is about letting go. And when you let go of your attachment to the mirror of reality, everything will begin to change. And many times people will say, well, I want to attract that to my life. So they try to attract that from over there to into here. It's more about vibrational frequency. So focus on, in the present moment, what you are already grateful for. You embody the frequency of that reality, and then you bring it into your life experience. This is why we must first go within to then change the outside. There is no outside. Outside is a reflection of the inside. So then ask yourself the question, how can I change how I relate to the outside, and how can I let go of those rules that no longer serve me? The rules that say reality must be a certain way for me to be happy. The rules that say when people live up to this expectation, then I can give myself permission to know that everything's okay. There is no outside. People that you think are outside of you are reflections. And when you bring it back to that, you start to gain your power back, because then it's not about that person changing, it's about how can you change your relationship to them, how you relate to them. And when you let go of the rules, you let go of the attachment, you let go of the externalization of power, and you start to be in your own power. So, there is no outside. This is great news. Because you don't have to go anywhere to change things. You don't have to try to change anything except for how you relate to the present moment, how you relate to life in general, how you relate to the beliefs that you have in your life. And when you change that, everything will begin to change. The third belief, false belief, that doesn't even serve you no longer, that you're becoming aware of right now. You're like, hey, I can let this go, is the belief in separation. I am me, you are you, we are separate. That is false. We are connected. Now, what you put out comes back to you. What you do to someone else, you do to yourself. Because that person you think is separate from you is connected to you at a deeper level. So what you put out is what you get back, because what you do to someone else, you do to another aspect of yourself. This is about understanding that dynamic, because when you do that, you can then reframe your whole entire life. My life is founded upon how can I add value to other people. And because of that, my YouTube channel has exploded. I have been able to have this amazing ability of abundance in my life because I'm not focused on money. I'm not focused even on YouTube subscribers. I'm focused on value. Now, a side effect of that is growth. But when you make it more about your values of the adding value to other people, with the awareness that these other people that I'm adding value to are other aspects of my own consciousness, it's a deep level of realization. And people may say, that's scary. Who am I? Am I an individual part of consciousness? You have an individual perspective. You are unique. At the same time, so is everyone else. And when you start to connect to this and you start to see the divinity in other people, your life begins to change. Because then there's no more problems. This person did this to you, this happened, and all of this stuff is going on. Let it be. See it as divine. See other people as divine, and your life will become divine. The thing is right now on the planet, we are remembering that this separation is an illusion. And as we remember this, we start to change the way we relate to other people in our life. As you change the way you relate to other people, you will let go of resistance, let go of the rules, let go of expectations, and you'll find that then things in your life change in a very powerful way. But separation itself is a complete illusion. It's a fun game. I'm Aaron Doughty. I help people expand their consciousness, and I make YouTube videos. That's who I am. However, at a deeper consciousness point of view, there's no separation. I may interpret reality through these five senses, but at a greater level, I'm an immortal spiritual being living a temporary human experience just like you are. You are an immortal spiritual being living a temporary human experience, and part of this life experience is remembering that. Remembering that when you go to bed at night, you are awake in higher states of consciousness. You are feeling unconditional love, bliss, joy, peace. People that passed away in the past, you have a connection to them. You have a connection to all things. But we have this veil of forgetfulness. We come into life, we forget about that, we play this temporary game, and at the end of our life, we reemerge to who we really are. We wake up from this dream. However, it's fun. We'll play this game of separation, but have the awareness that there really is no separation. Because then you see, how can I put out something new into reality? How can I relate to people in a loving way? How can I see the divinity in other people, knowing that that's really who they are? Other people are divine. You are divine. There is no real separation other than the labels in our own mind. I could say, I am Aaron, I am Aaron, I'm Aaron. The more I emphasize that label, the more separate we feel. I can say, I am Aaron, this is my hand, this is my hand, this is my hand, this is my hand. And in saying this is my hand, I start to separate the hand from me. In actuality, the hand is still a part of me. In actuality, other people that appear to be separate, we are connected to at a deeper consciousness point of view. And we start to see that, we stop creating these barriers, these false separations that then emphasize that separateness. Remove the labels. If you remove the labels, you remove the separation. I can say this is my hand, but in actuality, this is also a part of me. So in the same way, see other people as a part of yourself. You will feel more connected. Now, these three beliefs, if you change them, will change your reality. Done. That's all. It's that simple. Start to find ways you can apply that in your life. Ask yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true to be experiencing this? Realize that everything in your life is a reflection of what you believe to be true. Things are not solid. Things are flexible. Things are based on your perception. Change that, your whole life will change as a reflection. Remember, life is a reflection. There really is no outside. The outside is the inside. So change the inside by changing how you relate to life in general. And you change the inside by also letting go. Paradox, but let go. Let go of the outcome, let go of how things should be, let go of the way you relate to things in a negative way, let go of labels, and everything in your life will begin to change. Third false belief is separation. You are not really separate from anything else in your life. You are connected. See everything else as divine, and your life will become more divine. See life as a dream, and your life will become more like a dream. See yourself as who you really are, which is more than an ego structure, more than someone that is experiencing life through the 5 sense perceptions that we experience our reality through. Understand you are an immortal spiritual being living a temporary human experience, that this life is about removing that veil of forgetfulness, remembering who we are, and then existing in that higher state of frequency, which then your life will become very magical. The more you realize that life is a dream, the more dreamlike life will become. That's what this life is about. That is what I'm here to remember you of, or help you remember. Remember. It's not about you coming up with this new idea. It's just about remembering who you are. And if you're perceiving of this right now, then now is the time to remember. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Something else I'm going to be doing is more live Q&As on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you want that of the, I do daily content there. 2 times a day I do videos. And I also do live Q&As there. So if you want to ask me questions, you can do that right there. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification gear so that you can see the daily vids that I do, because the way YouTube does things now is you actually have to hit the button to see the daily vids. So if you want to see them, boop, you see it right there. Other than that, peace, much love, and namaste.